Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago, talking energies. Let's talk natural gas. Prices fall. After a positive open, we actually had an old school gap up in natural gas prices. Prices fall to below unchanged and then rally up again in toward the close to finish slightly positive on the day. Around that 292 level, still flirting with that $3 level that we haven't been above since that precipitous fall on June 18th that we saw. The EIA came out this morning with a big build in inventories. We are still well below this time of last year and well below the 5-year average, but that particular inventory is shrinking on both those metrics. This is the second week in a row that we've had above average inventory builds. There's many services out there that track the weekly builds on inventories, especially in the natural gas, a little bit easier to track because the seasonality is so solid. But in this particular case, we've now had 2 weeks in a row above the average builds, and we are starting to close that gap in terms of being below average, below the 5-year average and below this time last year. And then lastly, there's been some rain cooling. When you talk about natural gas, you can't avoid the weather, and while the south, the southwest, and the southeast has been hot and is expected to heat up more next week, we were expected to see some pretty strong temperatures to the upside that would generate demand for cooling generated by natural gas-fired electricity. But rain across the northern U.S. has cooled that demand a little bit, helping prices to fall after that EIA report. Now, eventually, basically next week, the north is supposed to get hot as well, but the rain is already above average in the northern parts of the United States, north central especially, so that could potentially change that forecast. Right now, we are looking for that demand to pick up again based on the weather, but again, these storms could change that. This is Bob Iaccino talking about a slightly higher natural gas price from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.